All right, let's dive into something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but maybe it's not. We're talking about a piece of classified, speculative tech that's reportedly a weapon, a surveillance tool, and a lifesaver, all wrapped into one. And it's got a code name that's just as chilling as what it does: Ghost Murmur. But to really get what this thing is all about, you've got to understand the impossible problem it was supposedly built to solve. And it all boils down to a simple question. How do you find a ghost? How do you find someone who has completely vanished? Okay, so picture this. We're in southern Iran, not too far in the future, April 2026. An American F-15E weapons officer, his call sign is Dude 44 Bravo, has had to eject from his jet. Now he's injured, he's on the run, and he's managed to find cover deep inside a mountain, in a cave system. For all intents and purposes, he's just gone, wiped off the map. You know, for any search and rescue team, this is the absolute worst case scenario. All the usual tricks, they're totally useless here. Infrared cameras can't see through a mountain. Satellites, same problem, blocked by solid rock. And a radio beacon, well, that's just a dinner bell for the enemy. It's basically a death sentence. He really is a ghost. But this is where the story gets really wild. Because to find their ghost, U.S. forces supposedly rolled out something brand new, something top secret. A technology that's been described as a genuine quantum leap. And it's called Ghost Murmur. So what does it do? This is the mind-blowing part. Ghost Murmur doesn't look for heat signature. It's not listening for a radio signal. No. It listens for life itself. It's supposedly designed to track one single, specific human heartbeat. And get this, it can supposedly do this from 40 miles away, punching right through solid earth and rock like it's not even there. I mean, think about that. No cover, no bunker, no cave is safe. Which leads to the big question, right? How on earth is that even possible? Okay, so how do they claim this thing works? Well, the answer isn't in some new kind of radio wave or super-powered signal. The secret, believe it or not, is in the fundamental physics of, well, us, the human body. Right? So the real trick here isn't about sending a signal out to find someone. It's about detecting a signal that's already there. A tiny, faint signal that every single one of us is generating right now. The science behind this is supposedly something called quantum magnetometry, and at the heart of it, no pun intended, are these tiny man-made diamonds. But they're not perfect. They're engineered with specific flaws, and these little defects make them incredibly sensitive to the absolute tiniest changes in magnetic fields. We're talking fluctuations as small as the ones created by a human heart beating, miles and miles away. So let's break this down. It sounds crazy complicated, but it's basically a three-step process. Step 1, our pilot's heart beats. That creates a super faint electromagnetic field. Step 2, the quantum sensor, which is probably mounted on a helicopter or something, actually detects that microscopic pulse. Now, here's the problem. That sensor detects everything. Solar flares, enemy radar, even the Earth's own magnetic field. It's a ton of noise. And that's where the most important part comes in. Step 3, a really advanced AI has to sift through all that garbage. Someone apparently familiar with the program used a perfect analogy for this. They said trying to find that one signal is like trying to hear a single whisper in a packed stadium. Just imagine that. And the AI's whole job is to find that one whisper and isolate that unique rhythm of a human heartbeat from all the screaming chaos of a battlefield. And here's why that's a total game changer on the battlefield. The system is completely passive. The downed pilot doesn't have to do a thing. He doesn't have to turn anything on, doesn't have to risk sending out a signal that gets him caught. His own body, he is the beacon. As long as his heart is beating, he's on a monitor somewhere. Okay, so they've got him. They've pinpointed his exact location. The mission immediately shifts from search to rescue. And as you can probably guess, this is where things get really intense. So here's how it reportedly went down. Day 0, the plane goes down. Day 1, they deploy Ghost Murmur. By day 1.5, so just 36 hours later, they've got an exact lock on him. But when the Special Forces team goes in to get him out, they run straight into enemy forces, and a massive firefight kicks off. Now, this small American team was way, way outnumbered. So to even the odds, the reports claim they unleashed another piece of secret non-lethal tech, something completely different. Okay, so there are two main theories about what this soft kill weapon was. Theory 1 is a microwave weapon.
This thing would use something called the Frey effect, basically firing a beam that causes a tiny, rapid heating inside your skull, creating a pressure wave. It makes you feel dizzy, disoriented, can even cause nosebleeds. Theory 2, an infrasound weapon. This is even weirder. It would fire these invisible slugs of low-frequency sound that are tuned to the exact resonant frequency of your internal organs. The effect? Severe nausea, even temporary paralysis. Nasty stuff.
So, yeah, the rescue was a success. That's great. But stepping back, the very idea that a technology like Ghost Murmur could even exist, well, that has some absolutely staggering implications for pretty much everything.
You really have to see this as a true double-edged sword. I mean, on the one hand, it could be an incredible lifeline. Think about finding earthquake survivors buried under tons of rubble, or locating hostages deep inside a building. Amazing, right? But then, there's the other side. It means there is literally nowhere left to hide. The whole idea of physical cover, a bunker, a cave, a concrete wall, it could all become completely useless.
And all of this really leads to one final, pretty unsettling question. If your own heartbeat becomes a beacon, in a world where technology can track the very rhythm of your life from miles away through any barrier, where do you go? Where is there left to hide?